line. Reinhardt just kind of having a free will to walk forward, and oh my god, this Genji is absolutely popping off.
Sure, you need these picks, you need to go in here. The duelie's gonna quickly and swiftly dodge roll to take down that Nautilus here, securing the top. Not quite gonna get this pick right here, but you're gonna take down the reflux. Low board into the level 3! Oh my god! Yo!
Oh, he's done for. He is done for.
Hello everyone and welcome to WSSEA High School Esports. My name is Neptune and I'm happy to be alongside Spicy to present to you Splatoon 3 Quarterfinals.
Yeah, here we are. Playoff action is what we've been waiting for the past like 9 weeks or so. Kicking it off with Cedro, Wooly, and Southridge, a 3-6 matchup I believe here in this bracket, but we've seen crazy stuff like pretty much in any esport, any type of thing. Nothing matters until playoffs. Once you get to playoffs, everyone is back to 0-0, and you never know. Cedro, Wooly might be looking for that upset. Southridge is one of those teams that was tied for that first overall seed, but anything can happen here.
Oh yeah, certainly. Anything could happen here, you know, looking at these records here, Southridge going 7-1, tying for first place. It's crazy to think about it, how there's no number one pure seed going into this as well, and how these teams are so competitively close and have dropped a set somewhere, somehow. Meanwhile, we do have teams like Sage Wooly who are the underdogs, who still qualified for the top 8, and they are 3-5 currently, and they're looking to see if they can make an upset here, Spicy. And as you said before, we're reset back to base 0. Can they make it happen? What will happen here? The storylines are all going to be built off this single match here.
And if there's anything that's going to be really good for causing an upset right away, it's having Turf War to start off game 1. Because like we've seen this over and over again, and it's like amazing from a spectator perspective. But like everyone knows when you got Turf War game 1 or Turf War in anything, it's like nothing matters till those last 30 seconds. And in a set like this, where one game can really swing everything, if we see an upset here in game 1 for Cedro Wooly, you never know. Maybe that's just what they need to just get something going.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I want to challenge a little bit of that perspective here. You know, we always talk about 30 seconds in Turf War is going to be the only time that matters, right? But let's talk about what happens in the other 2 minutes and 30 seconds, right? You have time to just feel out your opponent, get an idea for their strategy, how they like playing, right? What's their comp like? What's their play style like? And I'm curious to see if the other teams will pick up on that, and it's going to be a little bit of a show, revealing your hand, you know, like when you're playing like blackjack or something. Do you show your hand to blackjack, Spicy?
Do I?
Do you?
Depends on the situation. It depends. I feel like there's a lot of factors that goes into this. I'm not sure how much we're allowed to discuss in this context, to be honest with you, but we will see. But one of the things that just to me is stuck on, we're going to mincemeat for game 1 of playoffs here, which is certainly a very interesting option. And like especially now with Turf War, you have the full 3 minutes, a great way to scout out the enemy team. And I'm so curious to see what do we have here to kick off with WSSEA quarterfinals for Splatoon 3.
Oh, let's see these comps here. We have the Hydra Splatling and an Octobrush on the side of Southridge High School. And on the side of Cedro Wooly, we have the iconic End Parry Dualies paired with that Clash Blaster and Sploosh-O-Matic here. I may not be an expert in blackjack, but I am an expert at this game, and those weapons are fast and furious, Spicy.
Oh yeah, you look at CJ Woolley's comp right here, and like the big thing that sticks out to me is those M-Parry Splat duels, where it's unfortunately gonna be going down immediately though because of the Hydra Splatling. However, at Southridge, you have this such great, interesting dynamic. There's so much range on the end of Southridge from that Hydra, while CJ Woolley has like next to nothing in comparison here. So it's a matter of seeing who's fighting up close and personal. As you see the Zipcaster on that Octobrush already going in so far into that face. The Booyah Bomb already popped, and look at Southridge go, already having a lot of control at this point.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of control here, and just something I gotta note here is the double Booyah Bomb comp right here. You know, we have the Hydra Splatling being able to output it a lot, as long with the gold arrow spray as well. So as long as there is one person alive, they have the ability to toss out that Booyah Bomb and create chaos, whatever we're seeing here. But we do see Sandra Woolley gonna wipe out a double with that Zuka here. We're gonna see that Clash Wrestling go absolutely insane right here, and this is the time to get all this paint on the ground and take control of the map here, Spicy.
Yes, and they need to do so here. Do get something paint on the ground, and they're gonna have some specials online as well. Triple splashdown up here from the M-Parry on Sandra Woolley, trying to see what we're gonna be having and as an option as they are getting ticked down, as that Hydra Splatling still holding on to dominant position here, and that respawn Punisher in Turf War can feel so devastating, especially and just watching this Hydra start to dance around on the grade and just control almost all of the middle of the map as we're in the middle point of this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. But no, the Trizuka is coming out. They want this Hydra gone here. It is a severe threat to the other members here of Sandra Woolley. But no, the Hydra's going to retaliate back with a double and get even more control of the map here, Spicy.
Yeah, and it's so powerful here if you are Southridge. It's just a great way to do this. There's so much at this point, and it's actually insane to see what are we going to be having here. And now it's just seeing what is the option now from Southridge or Cedar Woolley, just trying to stay alive here. They have the splashdown online, 40 seconds to go. It's a matter of seeing what's going to be the option. You watching here, the Hydra Spotling is watching over mid, and here you are, last 30 seconds. What's the play is going to be?
The play has to be, you have to push something if you're Sandra Woolley here. You can't just keep your side of the map here. Something needs to happen, and fast here, right? You do have a little bit of pressure here. You're trying to get onto your truck. You do get a pick right here, but to go down to the Hydra splashing, it's just going to be the sploosh left over, being hunted down by the remaining members here, trying to get as much pain as possible, facing down that Hydra splatling. Unfortunately, the range difference is too much right now, and Snail is going to get a pick here, leading to the wipeout here. Game 1 goes to Southridge High School very dominantly.
Actually insane just seeing how well Southridge is playing. They got wiped out like in the early middle point of the game, and it just didn't phase them whatsoever. Southridge coming into this game knowing they were one of the teams who were like favorite to win it all, trying to play like it says from what we can see, and that's just a great showing from that side.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I gotta give a shout out to their Hydra Splatling user. I believe their name is Snail, right? Constantly locking down the key areas of the maps there, using the range of the Hydra Splatling as well as this just the multiple bullets to shred down and mow down their enemies. But speaking of powerful weapons, we also gotta talk about our powerful sponsor here of Zotac. We want to give a huge shout out to Zotac Gaming for powering today's stream. Thanks to their incredible support, we're able to bring you this broadcast to all of you and helping showcase the amazing talent of Scholastic Esports here. Let's show our appreciation for Zotac Gaming by giving them a huge shout out on social media. Make sure to join their community on Discord, and don't forget to use the hashtag powered by Zotac or hashtag ZotacUSA when you post.
And Zotac's always been one of those like great sponsors here for WSSEA, just really helping to grow this scene, and that's been absolutely amazing because we're going to see so much great talent, and having it here in playoffs of WSSEA is just absolutely awesome. We're going to Tower Control Manta Maria here for Game 2. What are your thoughts on what we could be seeing here?
Okay, you know what? Tower Control Manta Maria, this is... I'm thinking really hard about this. Okay, I think the Hydra Splatling can actually stay on the side of Southridge right here. You saw the success in how basically Sandra Woolley was rocking a lot of short-range, fast weapons, but when weapons are short-range and they have a lot of fast fire rate and mobility, you give up range typically, and this is where Hydra Splatling comes to the equation. The greats on Manta Maria here are just a Splatling's playground, and I'd be curious to see, or be dumbfounded to see, if it does not return here, Spicy.
Oh, that's so true. I'm wondering the same thing if we're gonna be seeing like the Hydra come back, and especially here on tower where you just have like so much range and you're able to just like move along with it.
Hmm.
It's so much pressure, and that's such a pivotal thing here. And you know that Southridge plays really well. Oh wait,
Oh, okay,
Undertow
okay,
Tower
okay,
instead.
okay,
Ooh,
okay, okay, okay.
Shifts up the pivot.
I see this. Okay, you know what? They realize that Hydra Splatling is really good on that map, so we're like, okay, maybe we can pick a map that Hydra Splatling isn't particularly great on. And I have talked to some backlines, right, and anchor players, and they typically don't like Undertow Tower because they can only really see one side of the map at a time, and it's basically a choice, right, on which area that you get to lock down. Because if you go into mid, you get open yourself from fire from too many different angles as well. So you're gonna have to balance your positioning as well as how you push on this map here. And Tower Control's Undertow is certainly going to be an interesting map mode to witness here, Spicy.
Oh yeah, I think definitely an interesting map mode indeed. Just having like all the options there, and you mentioned like it's hard to see at times on Undertow, which is when visibility is such an important integral part of this game, and really being able to navigate the lack of visibility with being able to shark around and see those options really blends well into some of the playstyles here, especially if you're like Siege or Wooly. Is like you saw what kind of weapons they brought out there. Weapons really meant to like get up in your face and try and like punish that accordingly. But here we are going into game 2, and Southridge looking to eventually get their way up to match point, rocking basically the same comp but switching over to the 52. And the Dapple's coming out here from Sage or Wooly.
Oh my goodness, Dapple Doolies on this map is quite an interesting pick. You do get a cooler on the side of Dapples, but you only have beacons as well, so perhaps the idea of putting down beacons will sustain your areas in the map here, so you don't necessarily need someone to provide jumps, can potentially make the difference here. But something else I want to notice here on Southridge's comp here is the 52 gal. This is a monster of a frontline weapon right here, having these killer whales detect people as well as that splash wall to soak up hits right here. But in a single fight right here with the end parries already going down here immediately, the first checkpoint is going to be falling here, Spicy. Oh,
Everyone is just, I am so curious about what is happening right now. We have a bit of a squid party going up in top race at this point here. Yeah, so I don't, okay, looks like battle was ended. I'm wondering what the breaking news is going to be coming in then.
okay, I have a theory, Spicy. Hear me out. So I was looking at the listings right here. Supposedly we're doing week 1 in terms of the map list order, or mode list order, I should be saying, because the modes are predetermined here. And they did Tower Control instead of Rainmaker, because Rainmaker is supposed to be the second map mode being played here. So what I'm thinking is they wanted to play Undertow Rainmaker, but instead selected Undertow Tower Control. So we got a little bit bamboozled there. We had a bit of a squid party, but hey, you know what? Mistakes happen, we move on. That's just the life of high school students, am I right?
So real. That is just the life of us, of people in high school students. It's just really, as a student in general, you make mistakes, and that's perfectly fine. But it looks like we are going right back in. I think it is going to be now Rainmaker Undertow.
There
that
we
is
go.
what we got. Now we got a chance to see what we got going this time and see how the comp plays now in Rainmaker here.
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely going to be having a Rainmaker situation now. And this is where I expect Dapple Doolies to shine here. Now, Dapple Doolies do such a good job at shredding that shield right there. The only problem is trying to get to that Rainmaker shield as well, because as I said before, Dapple Doolies are notoriously good at shredding people at that distance, as demonstrated right there. However, we do need to be able to close that gap right here, and this is what this Dapple Doolies is attempting to do here. You're going to back up strategically because you have this cooler right here, and you want to support the Rainmaker on the left-hand side, but is it going to be enough? No, it's not, Spicy.
Yeah, not going to be enough indeed. And Southridge looking really solid so far, having the Rainmaker already going really fast over onto that right checkpoint, it seems to be. And they're going to break through. Hydra's the only one up here, but getting checkpoint is so massive at this point. Siege or Wooly, ball in their court now, seeing what they're going to do. Getting a couple of massive picks here, and they're having the Rainmaker of their own. It looks like they're going to go left side here, generally seen as a safer strat, but there's a great approach from what looks to be the 52 with the Kraken coming in out of nowhere here. And This is looking really great for Cedro Woolley, having a chance to maybe make something happen, but not going to get that last pick. Unfortunate, as the Hydra spotting Snail once again holding strong on defense, and through all of that, Cedro Woolley wasn't able to score. What a hold from Southridge.
Amazing hold right there. I thought for sure that Kraken was going to find at least 2 picks right there, but they managed to be able to dodge the Kraken, being able to do that here as well. You do have the checkpoint down right here as well, so you're going to just look for these opportunities to get these picks here, but you're just having your Rainmaker alone here, and this is typically pretty dangerous, because as you see right there, these Dapple dualies, or the other dualies, can just run in and just take their lives right here. And look at just out the efficiency of these members right here, being able to pop that shield as well as move in strategically, but they have to deal with these Octobrush. The range, Spicy, the range is being critical right now.
That range is just so much here, and then you have compound that with the Southridge Octobrush being able to just like get in and like take the range all the way to them, and it's just so difficult here, and that's on the wipe. And Southridge still gonna go all the way to that podium and try to send this game here and end it. And now look at this now, Southridge 1 game away from semifinals.
1 game away from semifinals, indeed. That was just played extremely strategically right there, because they were waiting for the picks right there. That Rainmaker was patiently waiting for these picks right there. We're going to just shoot over to their side of the map right here, provide a little bit of cover fire, and just take down the members of Cedro Woolley first and foremost before pushing up this Rainmaker, because the Rainmaker has no opposition in its path right there if all the members are down and wiped out, Spicy.
Yeah, and that's just critical indeed there. And look at this, Southridge now here 1 game away from semifinals, which would be an absolutely amazing thing here. But Cedro Woolley, they've made some good adjustments. I can imagine them trying to do something here, and I think maybe that's exactly what we're going to do. But before that, before we get into Splat Zone Drobo Ram, I want to give a quick shout out to LANFest, helping build these healthy communities through gaming. 20 chapters, 20 chapters across the U.S., over 150 events per year. There's so much numbers here at this point, and it just shows how great LANFest is. Go to LANFest.com, check out the Washington chapters, Inferno Land, and Emerald City LANFest to find an event near you.
Holy, that is quite the numbers here. I don't think I can count to 150, honestly, and having that many events in a year is absolutely insane. We love LANs, support LANFest if you can, but Spicy, Splat Zone's Robo Ramen. This is going to be a very iconic map mode here for a number of reasons, because not only is this loved at high level, not only is this loved at mid level, this is loved at all levels of play right here. You have so many options to get into mid here, as well as an opportunity to potentially flank from the lower half of the map here as well. So it's about watching yourselves and holding the choke point accordingly as well. So we'll see how Cedro Woolley is going to respond here. I see they haven't quite checked off quite yet. They're probably considering it. Maybe they're thinking about keeping the dualies. Maybe they're thinking about swapping it out. Or maybe, you know what, we might see a triple dualies comp here, Spicy.
If it's gonna come out, it's gonna come out through Cedro Woolley, I swear. Because like they've been dually specialists, it feels like, this entire season. And like if we're going to be seeing like the great dualies play, you might as well bring it out here in quarterfinals with their season on the line. You see Southridge rocking a double arrow spray, and then Hydra, and look at this swap here, Cedro Woolley now with a carbon roller as well. Interesting options across the board.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, Southridge's comp, they have 3 Booyah Bombs, and I don't know if you read the patch notes, Spicy, but Booyah Bomb has been recently buffed to just, how do I say, cover a bigger radius, and therefore it expands faster. Look how large that Booyah Bomb was, and forcing that carbon roller all the way down there. So now, with these arrow sprays, they can just essentially chain Booyah Bombs to their heart's content right here, and use this to contest, the choke point in Robo Ramen.
Yeah, and look at this here. You're seeing that Southridge is immediately on the board, trying to make this a choke point, and it's been really difficult. Cedro Woolley now responding with those specials, and having a 2 down is so pivotal. But that Hydra Snail is doing so strong here, holding down the zone. Booyah Bomb comes through, and now it's only the Octo shot up from Cedro Woolley. The zone flips back over to Southridge, as you're just seeing a great event of playing at this point. And Cedro Woolley having the strikes online, can try to make a play, gets their way back in, throws the strikes throws a bomb as well to cover up, and that almost neutralizes the zone, but the Booyah Bomb once again just takes it back here for Southridge.
Oh yeah, for sure. They have so much painting power and prowess right here. It's only going to be the Trizuka right here who's going to clean up this fight here. Carbon Roll is not typically good at fighting and cleaning the zone right here, but you are able to just threaten some players right here. But you can see this right now, just the Carbon, even though they're getting these picks right here, they do get 2 down. They need some help here to paint the zone, which their teammates are back and alive and ready to do here, Spicy.
Yeah, and that's rough, but look at this. Teacher Wooly has his own now, and 2 specials online. The Hydra's a bit out of position here, having to make their way back up, but they are flanking up here, and that's actually could be big. They dodged those Trizuka shots, but those strikes are once again coming through, and look at this, the zone back into a neutral state, but it's getting close. Splashdown's coming in, and now it's a 2-down situation here for Southridge, and this lead is starting to evaporate, but look at that here, as this is looking to be coming down to the wire at this point. Just the octo shot, but the zone is being really closely contested here between both teams. It's so close now, the lead is only at 3. Southridge is able to force a penalty though, and this game is just only started. We're not even through the halfway point, and just look at these plays come through. So many specials flying, the tri-strikes and the Booyah Bombs. There's so much paint on the ground, but right now Southridge holds.
Oh my goodness, these picks are going which is absolutely insane here. You have both arrow sprays down, you have the splashdown on zone right now, but you need to move this Hydra spotting. This is the thorn in the side for Cedra Wooly here as well. You need to find a way to get that Hydra out of position here and move up here as well. I felt like a lot of that zone holding had to deal with the Hydra being out of position and just took so long to get back where they need to. We do have the Trizuka getting popped right here. The zone is neutral right now, but you're going to need to be able to paint this zone sooner than later as the penalty has been broken through. We're taking down the last bits right here. It's just going to be the end parries and the Carbon alive right now. Few more ticks right here, out of position for the end parries, and the zone is going to knock out right here. A clean 3-0 for Southridge High School as they get to move on to the semifinals, Spicy.
Great play from Southridge overall. Even when it got really close, Southridge is able to clutch up, and this it's just great overall fundamental play from them, staying alive when it matters, finding the numbers advantage when you need to, and just getting all those great points, and just great stuff from Southridge. Congrats to them for moving on to semis.
Oh yeah, congratulations. It is no easy feat to just say, I am one of the top 4 Splatoon teams in Washington State for my high school, right? That is absolutely insane and something you put on your resume if you're attending college. At least I would, I see. But we do have one more sponsor readout here, I believe.
And what better sponsor we got than Seattle Build PCs for thanking them for their continued support of WSSEA, the custom PC builders trusted by the pros since 2020. They've been crafting incredible rigs for world famous esports players, content creators with millions of fans, and the developers of our favorite games. They want to work with us to build PCs perfect for our needs whenever we are ready. So that's great to hear. If you're looking for a custom PC built by people who care, check out Seattle Build PCs at seattlebuild.com.
Oh yeah, for sure. I completely forgot about the Seattle Build PCs sponsored there because I knew there was something left there. Thank you for picking it up, Spicy. Definitely got to get myself a custom build PC, especially with the holidays coming around here. But that is, I believe, going to be it for today right here. But WSSEA Esports still has more Scholastic Esports action happening here. I believe same time tomorrow we're going to have Overwatch quarterfinals here as well. So we have another team-based shooter that's going to be around here as well. And I believe on Thursday we will continue the Splatoon storyline on Thursday of all things. So that's going to be quite the Thursday night here, Spicy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great action just this week in general. You want to be tuning in for all of it, honestly. Between all of the great games we have here at WSSEA, should be an absolute pleasure, absolute blast to watch. But Neptune, I think that's going to be it for us here tonight, sadly. But we're going to be back for more on Thursday. But until then, where can the great people of the scene find you?
You can find me at Neptune. It's a 2 instead of a TU and an underscore at the end, both on Twitch and Twitter. I'm mostly around the collegiate folks of the Splatoon scenes here, but hey, I'm happy to always lend my hand on the mic or help cover in whatever way I can here. But Spicy, where can the fine people of Twitch.tv find you?
You can find me on different socials at 2SpicyBM, as seen in the bottom left corner of my screen. You can also find me streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/spicy_BM. Always great to be doing this with you, Neptune, but the great thing is, it's not going to be a long break until we're back on Thursday. Stick around, be sure to tune in for that. But until then, see you guys.
See ya.